Cece doing the most, giving you a dose of your favorite celebrities doing the most in these streets. And today it's definitely Joe Budden and his ex Tahiry. Now, Tahiry started a whole claim that she alleges that while she was in a long, on-again, off-again, toxic relationship with the podcaster, that he was abusive to her. Now, she revealed all these claims on an interview she did for Hollywood Unlocked interview. She discussed with the team that Joe was very abusive, talk about how he broke her nose, fractured one of her ribs, and more. Now, Tahiry claims that their relationship started with verbal abuse and eventually turned physical. She says, and quote, "I've had to endure this bully for the last 10 years. I've even befriended the bully." As you remember, when she returned to Love and Hip Hop York, them two was a lot friendlier, okay? Now, Joe Budden responded on his podcast today, and I'm going to let you listen to a clip of his response.
What was alleged here? Let me start with this young lady is a liar, a cancerous, toxic liar. I'm uncertain why she's lying this way. I'm not certain if she is misspeaking, if she has a false recollection of things. I'm not sure what it is, but she said some things that didn't sit right with my soul. We're talking about 24 and 25-year-old Joe, 25-year-old, 26-year-old you. We were toxic to each other. And I'm glad that the climate has changed and we are able to have some conversations today that we couldn't have back then. Yeah. Because today I'm very comfortable saying you were abusive. You used to beat my ass. You threw shit. You hit me. You kicked me. You did a whole bunch of shit. You said or made it seem as though your nose was broken as a result of abuse by Joe. You were not clear in how and when and why you got your nose broken, and that Joe had absolutely nothing to do with that. You are a cancerous, toxic, clout check chasing liar. You called me when you got into that physical altercation with that gentleman and he punched you in your face and your nose was broken. Why this story is coming up now and how it's related to me exactly, I'm unclear.
Follows that up and goes into details denying all of the claims that he broke her nose, broke anything on her body, and was ever physical. But he does agree that yes, they were both very toxic, but they were young. And as young people don't know all the time that their behavior is toxic. And sometimes they don't realize that they're in a toxic relationship because like what Joe said, he felt like they were just beefing. They were just having a breakup. This is what couples do when they break up. They fight, they act crazy. But again, Joe is accusing Tahiry of being the bully. Tahiry was the one abusive. Tahiry was the one whooping his ass. And all I know is there's three sides to every story, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Yours, the other person's, and the truth. I have no idea if anything that is being said to each other is the truth. But I do know that this ain't the first time Joe Budden has had a woman claim that he was abusive to her. I'm not sure what's going on with these relationships that Joe be having, but maybe he just being with some crazy ass females. But what I do also know about Tahiry, I gotta keep it real, sis. You was doing the most too in that house. When you and Vado, your ex was on marriage boot camp, you was throwing things. That's exactly what Joe said, that she has a bad habit of throwing things at him, threatening him, demeaning him as a man. You know women, you know how we could demean a man and go below the belt with our words. And honestly, Tahiry showed that side of her at marriage boot camp. Not saying that it gives Vado or any man the right to put their hands on a woman, but we gotta keep it a buck. We can't talk about what other people were doing, but you can't keep it real about yourself, sis. So I'm gonna let y'all go in the comment box and let me know how y'all feel about these two. Do you think that Joe's telling the truth, Tahiry's telling the truth, or you don't know? Definitely let me know. I'm curious to see what you got to say. Definitely like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay in tune when I find one of these other celebrities doing the most.